Good, backyard barbecues and barbecues, man. This your boy, Mr. B, and I am excited to announce that I am doing which I thought was going to be a larger cook, um, for my son's daycare. But anyway, long story short, they hooked me up first last year for every Thanksgiving. Let's back up for a minute. For every Thanksgiving, the Thursday prior to Thanksgiving, they always do I ain't gonna say a big cook, but they cook for the kids and then the parents as well, right? It's from like 4 to 6 p.m. and that's the Thursday before Thanksgiving, right? So I was like, you know what? Ironically, and I'm gonna give you a quick story on how this came about. I had just got my Shirley Fab, um, and I was testing it out, and I wanted to check because last time I drove it was on the highway, right? So I wanted to test it out throughout the city, make sure it was doing what it was supposed to do. It had some small mechanical things that me and Tyler worked out, but nothing major, right? So we got it fixed. So I'm riding around and I'm testing it out. And it's time for me to pick up my son, right? So I pull up in the parking lot, and because I'm pulling a smoker, it's not that long, y'all. But anyway, I parked in the very back because I don't like people parking by me anyway. And just want to be courteous to people because I got a smoker in the back, right? So lo and behold, I'm getting out of the truck and somebody's standing at my smoker, right? I get this all the time at the gas station, man. I'm telling you, if you got one, you know what I mean. If you don't have one, get you one, man. Them guys, they're amazing. But anyway, that thing everywhere I was going, every time I stopped at the gas station, I know I'm getting off subject, but every time I was stopping at the gas station on my way up and down the East Coast, or going up the East Coast coming from Florida, uh, where my last stop was. Every time I got gas, I had probably 2 to 3 people that stopped me to talk about this grill and asked me what I was doing. And am I some celebrity that does cooks? The whole nine. I was eating it up, y'all. But anyway, long story short, back to what I was talking about. So I get out the truck and I'm talking to this guy, random guy, right? We just talking about it. He asked me what I paid for it, blah blah blah. I don't never really give my prices, so don't ask me. That's between you and Tyler or Pops when he get his arm surgery done. But anyway, so fast forward, we go on our merry way. I'm walking toward the daycare. He walking toward the daycare, right? He's ahead of me a couple steps, and I'm like, "Oh, you going in too?" And he held the door for me, let me in, right? So I walk in, and he commences to walk into the main office. I'm like, "Huh? I ain't never seen him before." So he asked me, he was like, "Hey, are you such and such son?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, would you mind cooking for us for Thanksgiving?" I said, "Anything got to do with my son, man, and this is all my kids, man. Anything that has to do with them, man, I will. If they want me there, I'm there, right?" So I was like, "Absolutely." Say the place, time, and etc. And here we are, right? So I got with the secretaries, and last year they did 4 turkeys, 4 hams. So they were supposed to on Friday, which is today is Monday, and we'll talk about this. And feel free to fast forward this. I'm just telling the story of how we sitting here today, right? And lo and behold, they gave me 2 turkeys and 2 hams. And to be honest with you, cooking for almost 200 people, I would probably split it up because somebody else probably is cooking too. So either way, I still got 2 hams and 2 turkeys. I got butterball, y'all, the good one. This one is a, let's see here, 15 point, what's it, 15.90. So that's almost 16 pounds, y'all. This one is 15.55 pounds, right? 15.55. That's 15 and a half pounds, basically. Almost two 16 pounds each. That's almost 32 pounds of meat, y'all. Minus the bone, including the bone, right? And then the hams, no biggie on that. Got a 9 pounder and then a 8.37, 8 pounder. So it's almost 17, almost 18 pounds of meat on ham, right? We're going to have a blast doing it. So stay tuned, man. We're going to brine these things. Watch my video. I'm not going to brine the hams, but I'm going to show you what I'm injecting in it. We're going to brine these turkeys, y'all. Stay tuned. As you can see, we're starting with cutting up or cutting the netting off of it. That's just to hold the turkey together, maybe it's easier to carry around. But anyway, we're gonna cut the outside off of these butter balls and get right to it, y'all. You can see some of the ingredients as we have right here. The injection I'm gonna use, which is in part 2 of this video, you see, must have had a little hole in it while I was starting it out. You saw a little liquid leaking out. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and open these up. We're gonna take the insides out. You got, I believe it's a neck bone. You got some, I don't know, gizzards or whatever. I never eat that stuff. I do put it on the grill on my smoker when I'm smoking, just for finger food for other people. Um, and I might actually try one of these neck bones when it's done. But anyway, like I said, if you can see in the video, you see some apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna show you a concoction that I put in it, in the mixture as well. And I have some seasoning over here, and we'll talk about those when we get to it. And the injection you see on the right side with its back turned right now, which is in part two, would be the Tony Chachere's Creole butter. All right. So right now, I would assume I'm just rambling and going through, um, taking all these stuff off and throwing it in the box. You can see that bag right there, which is a mixture of the Slap Your Mama and the Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. I mixed that in there. And one of the things I do, I'm taking out all the goodies out of the inside. You see me doing my little dance. Um, we're gonna take this stuff out. I'll take it in the house. The two turkeys in the house, wash them off, and I'm gonna cut what I call the booty off. And that should be coming up here. Yep, that little flap right there, the booty. For whatever reason, it actually has a lot of meat on it. I don't say a lot, but it's tasty, I guess. If you like that type stuff. But anyway, we're gonna fold these legs back in a minute, and then we're gonna stick them um in the brine. We're gonna mix the brine up. And what I like to do, y'all, I'm gonna cut the neck off too, because I don't need the extra. That's the gibbets or whatever you want to call it. I don't use that stuff. People use it for whatever. I'm cutting the necks off. I'm still putting that skin on. I'm gonna soak it in the Creole butter as well. Put that on. Hopefully I can get a good crisp on it, depending on what my temps are on the smoker. And we're gonna go from there. Like I said, with the seasonings, I do mix those two together, just for the brine. That's the Tony Chachere's all-purpose seasoning, and then the Slap Your Mama. I mix them together along with the apple cider vinegar and a few other things, and then we're gonna stick them in these plastic bags I just bought from Amazon. They are the 5-gallon version, right? I bought those for when I'm doing exact cooks like this. I didn't think I would be trying to put 2 turkeys in one bag. Well, actually, I'm gonna double bag it and see what happens. And as you can see in the video, when we get to that part, at some point, my 2 turkeys that I put in a double bag actually flipped over, I guess during the night while it was in the brine or whatever. So when I came the next morning, I just topped it off, put another block of ice in there that I froze at home instead of buying ice, because ice getting expensive. Everything's expensive actually. So saving a little money, I just put one of my I don't know, plastic things. I filled it up with water and stuck it in my freezer in the basement, and it turned into a block, and I just stuck it in there. Just going through right now the basics of folding these legs back in, the simple stuff, and then we're gonna clean this thing up, take it in there, like I said, come back out, and then we're gonna go from there, y'all. Not much to this. All right, here we go, y'all. It's about that time to, as you can see, I have the double bags I just mentioned. I bought those off Amazon. I believe it was a 30 pack. Anyway, what I'm pouring in now is apple cider vinegar, half a cup. I'm putting in a little bit over 2 cups of sugar. Recommend about 11 quarts of water, but I'm gonna fill mine to the top, then put ice in there. So that's well over 11 quarts. I'm gonna mix my concoction right here, which I already got pre-mixed, and I'm just pouring it all in the bag, the goody stuff. Keep in mind that's the Slap Your Mama seasoning, as well as the Tony Chachere's, the all-purpose. Good for turkeys, and I'm gonna use that same seasoning, the Tony Chachere's, for the outside, for the skin. All right. All I'm doing is prepping it right now, and then we're gonna take these turkeys and start sticking them in now. At this point, I'm hoping that they fit, because I haven't pre-tried it or tried it prior to see if they fit. Looks like it's doing a pretty good job at this point. And then that's bird number 1 and bird number 2. Keep in mind, these are almost 16 pounders, 2 16-pounders going in a 5-gallon bag. So they kind of let you know the space you got in there and what you can actually put in there. Plenty of meat can go in these things. You'll see I got plenty of room in there to throw extra in there. I think I'm gonna throw the extra, the neck and all that in there, soak it. and then we're gonna go from there, y'all. So the reason why I don't mix the or pre-mix the brine is because I'm gonna let this sit for about 2 days, and I want it to naturally brine. Normally I would put it in the oven. As you see, I'm moving the camera, get ready to put it in the cooler. But normally I pre-mix my brine, and then I go ahead and then go from there. So look at me struggle as I try to do this by myself and put these in here. So here we go, y'all. Good luck. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put some ice in the bag. I got my 2 turkeys in here. They're sitting inside the cooler. We're gonna bust this open. Then we're gonna pour some water in there, and then I'm gonna top it off with ice. And depending upon how cold the water is, I'm gonna run to the store and get some more ice. So we're gonna pour some water in here right now. Go ahead and get this brine going. Yeah, I'm gonna need a whole lot more water than that. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and dump some more ice in there. I got the big joint. This is fresh out of the refrigerator, y'all. All right, here we go, y'all. We about to pour this more water in there. We back. Got some more water. We're gonna pour it slowly. Yeah. Make sure you cover your bird. That's what I figured. Try to salvage the ice. This is what happens when you're working by yourself. But actually, this works. This actually works perfect. I'm gonna finish pouring the rest of this water. It's covering the bird. So what all I'm gonna do is, I got some twisty ties. As you can see my brine is at the bottom, right? So we're gonna let it sit. Yeah, ooh, that's cold. Let me show y'all these twisty ties I got. Brand new off Amazon. Brand new pack rather. Pretty cheap. And I bought them so I could close the lid on the actual. Hold on, let me make sure my top is closed, letting all my good water out. Pre-checks, y'all, pre-checks. Anyway, I'm gonna get another bag of ice and throw it in there. But yeah, all I'm doing is hands wet. Bear with me, y'all. There we go. What I'm trying to do is get some ties out. I don't know. I don't like this color right here, but whatever. Gonna take one out. And all I'm doing is get all the air out. As y'all can see, that brine starting to mix up, y'all. That's all I'm doing. And wrapping it up. Probably come back with another one. Maybe two of them. Just to do it. Just for the sake of me knowing that it's sealed. It's triple sealed. Yep. Let that sit. All I'm doing is, you see it? Yeah. And that ice cold brine. I'm just mixing it up right now. Yeah. And later on, tomorrow, I'll come and I might open this up and swap them out. Just take the bird on the bottom, put on top, and then go from there, y'all. So stay tuned for the revealing of when I take it out and see what it looks like, y'all. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gents, man, we are back. It is bright and early on Showtime day. As you can see, I decided to make it easy on myself. I actually took this, if you're looking at this particular ice block right here, I used this. I froze some water the day before. Instead of me going to buy ice, I use a big container and put it in my extra refrigerator down in the basement. And maybe one day I'll let you see the man cave is coming along. But you can see the brine is doing this thing. I'm about to take these 2 turkeys out, put them in a pan, and go from there, y'all. Y'all know the part 2 is gonna be cooking the turkeys and the hams, injecting them. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be part 2 of this cook. So y'all stay tuned, y'all. And that's how you brine a turkey, y'all. You can see the color. This thing gonna look amazing, y'all. So anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for part 2, y'all. We'll be back.